I would say this is an intelligent plan by
Every
them.
Scandinavian nationalist who has wanted to fight the Russians for the last 60 years, you're getting your wish in this game. That is a thing that exists. As I have been informed by my Swedish friends.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah,
man.
apparently there's a lot of people in Sweden that want to fight the Russians. So, improved artillery. I guess it might be a good idea to start stockpiling some artillery. I'll wait till we get to the level 3 though. And looks like there might be a naval combat happening.
Are you still on free trade?
Yes.
Yep.
For the technology bonus, we want to get the bomb before anyone else does. All right, we've got low supplies here, so let's send Patton's guys to Seoul for now.
Can you liberate Korea as your puppet?
No,
I'm not certain we
unfortunately.
can do that
we can
without-
force them to change government once we get a peace screen, but we can't make them a puppet. Because democratic nations need a war goal to puppet another country. Alright, so Patton's guys, I'm going to give them an order to take Beijing and Tianjin. I pronounced that really French for some reason. How far
I would
along
say
is our
it's
naval
admirable to even try to pronounce.
Yeah. Tianjin probably is how you say it.
Well done.
Yeah.
That's it. That sounds about
I'm not.
right.
I have never taken Chinese. I've heard people speak Chinese, so I have a very rough idea of.
Well, the thing that would be
How you
tricky
pronounce
is where
it,
the
but-
intonation goes.
Yeah.
I've heard that for native English speakers, Chinese
It's
is very
yeah
difficult
one of the
language.
hardest languages to
Very
learn.
difficult.
Yeah. All right. So are you guys gonna attack, or because now you're just taking attrition for no reason? All of MacArthur's divisions, every one of you, do this order. There we go. Now they're moving out.
They're like, eh.
And now that we got these guys up here, we can assign the rest of our Marines to this order. Which is probably going to mean it's going to take longer to plan. Yeah.
You should try taking over the world next time as a smaller country like Finland or Australia. I'm not certain that you could successfully conquer the planet.
Oh, I'm sure we could. We could figure out a way to do it. Yeah, that would be a fun. That would be a fun campaign, actually. I played a game as the Netherlands where I ended up taking most of Europe.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, because I switched my government to fascist, and then I eventually backstabbed Germany and decided that the Dutch Reich would be the new order in Europe. So we're making our way into the Manchu regions here.
Twitch would appear to be struggling a little bit. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I think the next 2 days are probably not going to be Twitch's finest hour. Usually when a new game comes out, they struggle with the
load.
keeping up with the hype. So we should figure out where our defensive line against the Soviets should go. If we can snatch Vladivostok, actually, this river here is probably going to be our best bet. And then if we can hold on to, like, I forget what this island is called. Sakhalin. Patton should be able to manage.
It is 12:50. Just
Oh, do you have to go soon?
Not soon. Just letting you know.
Okay,
it's 12:50.
Yeah, my hard stop is at 2, so that's in about an hour and 10 minutes. All right, we're still having rubber shortages because of the freaking blockades.
I could probably swing too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't feel compelled to if you need to go. But...
So we're in our final hour of streaming. Just
Yep.
There you go.
At least we were able to land Patton in Korea before we had to go. Mingguo has capitulated
I think we have
to
plenty.
Mongolia. Alright, so we're actually going to run directly into the Comintern forces here before we get to Beijing. So actually, I'm going to redraw this order. We don't want to really fight them right now. We just want to hold. So let's try to use the mountains to our advantage. And then that'll be our line in the sand. Make sure we secure this port. Oh yeah, I didn't assign them to the order. Okay. Yeah, that should be a fairly defensible front line there.
Apparently you're overextended one province to the right.
What's that?
Apparently you're overextended somewhere.
I'm not sure what that means.
Jeez. Talk about
Yep.
pestering us.
We're already in the war.
In a good way.
UK? Come
No,
on.
not. He wasn't talking about chat. He was talking
okay.
about.
The UK is dropping.
Alright.
a-
Fine.
We're now researching nuclear bombs. We will have them by 45.
Yes. Bum 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 bum.
And I think we have how many nuclear reactors right now?
You can't say bomb on an airplane. Bomb, 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 bomb. I'm a bombardier.
Arizona.
That is a Meet the Parents reference.
Yes, it is.
I forgot that one. Oh my goodness.
I'm trying to think how many reactors is enough. You can never have enough nuclear reactors. Because the more we have, the faster we can build them. And I have a feeling we're going to need a lot. Is there anyone who wants to trade rubber with? I think I already checked. Who isn't being blockaded by U-boats? The Netherlands, maybe? Can you just send us a bunch? There we go. Get it from the Dutch. France wants to send an expeditionary force. Good for them.
Go
Dutch.
ahead.
The Dutch.
Send an expeditionary force as you wish.
Yes. Okay, so I guess they're just distributing themselves evenly along the line before they go ahead and follow my orders and attack. Oh, why does Patch have a motorized company with him? That's not what I wanted you to do. 48 out of 84 days. There you go. No, all of you. Every one of you. Did I draw it? Okay. Deleting the order. And it made their army go away. Oh, sometimes the controls in this game are vexing. Vexing indeed. Patton. Front line, right there. Offensive line. Right there along the mountains. And the river. Hold the river. Actually, I don't want... I guess I have to take that province too. Execute plan. If you're a Marine, you are not involved in this. That's how you can tell which plan you're involved in, is whether or not you are a Marine. If you're a Marine, you're
The
involved
Comintern is not being as aggressive as I think you were initially counting on them to be.
Yeah. Oh, we got an ace pilot. James Arthur. Under the call sign Maverick.
Yeah.
Highway to the danger zone.
Beach volleyball. Copious.
Gonna take a ride into the danger zone.
We need to find them a karaoke bar.
Yes,
Yes.
we do.
What?
Karaoke is a serious business.
We've been
for
meaning to
TJ.
find a
Oh,
karaoke
hey,
bar
Dylan
since
and
we
I
moved
actually-
out here.
DM and I
But...
actually found one yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah,
We need
it
to
was
go.
actually
Accident.
funny.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of just a bunch of good old boys singing classics. It's
There you
pretty
go.
fun. Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah, DM and Chloe both have theater experience, and I used to sing in a metal band, so we will find any excuse to do karaoke.
Yeah, I sang in a cover band in New Zealand, but other than that, my experience is solely musicals.
Does New Zealand have their own Men at Work?
Huh?
Like, I come from a land down under. Not that one you're thinking of, the one that's kind of near it.
I give that joke a 5 out of 10.
There you go. The one with sheep, not
Good
the
voice.
one with crocodile.
I like you,
hunter.
Cyan Khan. Good, yeah. Good voice. Compliment.
Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's how you earn favor with us.
That's yeah. War Plan White has finished right as our front closes with the Soviets. Appropriately enough. What do we need more of? We could definitely use more medium tanks. So let's build some more medium tanks.
Yeah.
T-20 Mark 1. It's probably gonna put us at a
I'm just gonna start Robin gibbing you when you do your let's do the you're like, ah.
I don't think the Unholy Alliance is going to be available to us because we're already at war with Germany. Alright, so we're fighting Russians now. We have moved on from the era of U.S. foreign policy where the Nazis were the bad guys to the era where the Russians are the bad guys.
Yeah, actually, when I was in New Zealand, Sir J-Mo, I actually saw the All Blacks, and the haka is goosebumps when you see it live. Yeah, that was special. That's right up there with watching a World Series game live and an NBA Finals game live. There is actually just seeing that.
So Patton is fighting the Soviets, something he never did historically,
but wanted to.
Yeah.
So I read.
Okay, we want to pull back actually.
Mark Power is asking what the green and red bars on units were.
Gonna pull back across the river.
My response to that, Katakime, is it's a game.
What's that?
Apparently on Russian language streams, people are like saying, no, do not use nuclear weapons, this is a war crime. And on English language streams, they're like, nuke the bastards. It's because it's a game.
Alright, we're going to delete our attack order because it's making our guys do weird stuff. They do the weird stuff.
For our Russian language listeners, I don't know about the others. I actually hold a lot of affection for Russia in general. This game is not anything
Chloe
personal.
is she's very.
It's a video game. if there were real casualties at play here, we'd be playing a little bit differently.
If I were playing as Japan or Germany, I'd probably be planning to nuke the U.S. and I live there. So
if this were like some kind of Ender's Game
it's
thing,
nothing personal. It's just war. Yeah.
If this were some kind of Ender's Game shit, we'd be doing something a little bit stuff. Gah! Bub.
Bub.
That's okay. I'll be going through and...
Okay, so probably what we need here is air superiority. Is there an airfield we can make use of? Yes, there is. There's one right here.
That's actually an interesting idea for a short story. Like some kind of Ender's Game situation in which a grand strategy is being used to actually play out a conflict. I really liked that book.
That was a good book.
Wasn't that kind of the whole point of war games?
Right.
War games are more military exercises.
No, that movie.
Oh, right on.
Where the kid hacks into... It's like from the 80s, and the kid hacks
into... Oh, yeah, war
the,
games. Yep. Yeah.
The CIA's mainframe and accidentally starts bombing Russia. And, you know, the generals-in-chief are like, what is happening?
If you've seen the movie, J-Mo, and not read the book, I highly recommend you read the book.
Oh, Ender's Game?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a case where the book is much better.
Yeah, the book is amazing. Actually,
although it doesn't have...
All of the Ender's books are phenomenal.
Those are...
is very, very smart.
Yeah, I would say foundational to sci-fi.
The gentleman who writes them, I am not a giant fan of, but yes, they are very good books.
Sometimes you have to separate the artist from the work.
For sure.
One of the interesting things that I love about his writing is... it's Orson Scott Card, by the way, in case you don't know. He incorporates so much actual foreign policy based off of what we had when he was writing back in the 80s or 70s. And it's absolutely fascinating because he's extrapolating forward, you know, how would the psychology of foreign policy as he saw it that day be with humanity in the future.
His work has certainly become an interesting museum piece.
Yeah, it's fascinating because it's so, I don't know, present politically in a way that a lot of sci-fi is not. A lot of sci-fi usually.
A lot of sci-fi is escapist. Yes.
Yeah. Well, or not.
Oh,
even
look at that!
It's
Look at that
like
front.
Yeah, we're holding them back pretty effectively. Patton's doing his job, but
man, they're bringing that manpower.
Yeah, they're bringing it. We're gonna need to get some tanks over here as quickly as possible. Japan has called the German Reich as our enemy, so we're finally at war with Germany in January of 1945.
Wow.
We have been just annihilating the Russian fleet.
That is not surprising.
Yeah.
Their fleet was not impressive.
It's victory, Battle of the Sea of Japan.
Outside of their outside of their submarines, was it ever?
Yeah, we have so many destroyers though that their submarines
not
are.
Really. I mean, they were.
So we sunk a Sovietsky battleship. 3 destroyers, 2 light cruisers, 5 submarines.
Do they call it Sovietsky in the?
I guess,
game?
yeah.
Really?
Let's see, we sunk a bunch of heavy cruisers, more destroyers. It looks like they don't really have that big a fleet to begin with.
It's too early for them to have started the whole Star Wars thing, right?
Yeah, no one's a nuclear power yet.
Alright, so we're going to deploy to Manchuria. We have some fighter wings. I'm going to just set them to
This
max.
game will not finish in 48, no.
No, we'll probably keep going. There's no new technologies to unlock after 48, but you can keep playing as long as you want. So if we want to keep going to like 1991, we could. It's just that the world would not progress technologically as it did in actual history.
So there you go. I'm sure. I'd imagine that'll be addressed eventually with mods or something. Yeah.
Oh man, Britain is just destroying the Japanese ability to get any international trade. So we're gonna need a much bigger army to actually push into the Soviet Union. Like we're gonna need to get like MacArthur or someone over here. For now, I think Patton will hold the line. We'll establish air superiority, which will...
Yes, The Man in High Castle, we have read it.
Yes, and
watched it.
I was kind of hoping that I could...
Podcast,
I was kind of hoping I could bait Germany into doing something like that, but I think these have lower efficiency because they're carrier fighters. And I just don't have enough of them, maybe. But yeah, here's where I'm
just going to shout, considering we're talking about, I wouldn't call it classic literature, but because we're talking about books right now, I'm just going to give Harry Turtledove a shout out here as an alternate history.
Oh, Harry Turtledove's great.
Maven. Like, if you guys like any Paradox game for the sort of alternate history flavor, there's a lot to love from Turtledove.
Yeah.
And the name, too.
Yeah, this is the problem, is if Patton's army pushes out any further with the strength that we have now, we won't have enough to
You'll be cut off.
To cover the front. It's way too huge of a front. Mongolia, Xiankang, they're all Soviet allies. Yeah, so...
What's going on in Europe?
We've got 2 more days before we can invade Japan again. Germany is fighting, still pretty much holding France in the south. The Soviets have made no progress into Scandinavia from the north.
We are indeed huge EU4 fans.
Yes.
Here.
We actually have some EU. We normally do an EU4 stream on Sundays, but we are
with the girls as our.
We swapped it out this week because
we wanted to get the new game.
We want to.
Yeah,
generally, if there's something brand new out that
a Hearts of Iron 4 launch only comes but once and ever. So
yeah. So, yep. We could get.
But you can catch us back next Sunday for our EU4 newbie stream.
Let's get level 3 for mechanized.
Yes, there you go. Cut down on the amount of planes in Korean airspace you're being recommended.
And in the meantime, if you're bored, you can check out our alternate history podcast, which we talk about EU4 and...
I don't know why I would cut down
Man
the
in the
number
High
of planes in
Castle and all
Korean airspace, to be quite honest with you. They're doing good work.
Vetoed,
for us.
bro.
Yeah.
Vetoed.
If there's a reason I should, let me know, but I had enough in reserves to just deploy all of them, so... All right, I think we can. Yeah, we can execute our naval invasion of Japan.
Lots going on.
Yeah.
Lots occurring.
Expeditionary Force from Canada, 1 division.
There you go, Canada.
Oh, Canada. Your meager but still insignificant help is appreciated.
Be nice to Canada.
We are nice to Canada.
I love Canada. I have a lot of friends from Canada, actually.
I adore Canada.
Yeah.
I trained with some fighters from Canada in college.
All
They were
right.
Some of the nicest dudes I've ever met in my life.
Let's just destroy all existing orders.
Not to mention, I'm gonna say this about Canadian pugilists: they can cut some weight, man.
Yeah.
Those dudes can do some drinking.
There you go.
Yep. Oh man, they're pros, and incredible fighters besides.
We should be able to do a lot more damage to these Japanese light tank divisions now that our infantry are equipped with anti-tank weapons. So, yeah, we just rolled over Nagasaki in but a moment. And they're going to get overrun because they're retreating into territory they don't own, even though they have plenty of other places to retreat to. The British have, like, reestablished a naval presence here, so that's definitely helping us. And now that Japan is being overrun from 2 sides by the Allies and the Comintern, I don't think they're going to be able to put up nearly as stiff a fight.
Yeah, I think
as
this
they
is
did
this
before.
is about the end
Yep.
for the Japanese here.
All right, let's check on our home front. Training divisions. Actually got quite a few.
The German army is in Japan.
I'm actually going to stop building so many Marines. I think we have plenty of Marines. Let's go down to 4 lines of Marines. And we need some more normal infantry. Probably.
You're being advised to push up all the way in Japan.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, I think their resistance is about ready to cave.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to start training just 8 divisions at a time of normal infantry. Whoops, I don't want 2 separate lines. Just so that we have more bodies on the Soviet front. Train them in Nevada and send them to the training division.
And if you're referring to Man in High Castle, Katakime, yeah, it wasn't the most faithful adaptation of the novel, but we enjoyed it for its own reasons.
It was visually stunning.
Need more submarines. We're gonna need
Well acted.
Convoys
right
are
back.
still doing okay. Okay.